Well, I don't think anyone else got to hear that, but I got to hear it. Hello, hello, my lovely and wonderful punks. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. uh, we're going to be doing more blueprints today. So I'm sorry we didn't stream yesterday. For anyone who isn't in my server, the landlords wanted to do preventative maintenance on the air conditioner, which, on one hand, that's good because the last apartment I lived in, for anyone who wasn't aware, um, the AC had gone so long without maintenance that it had literally rusted a hole through the metal and had to have the whole unit yanked out and replaced. But on the other hand, they said, we'll be there during regular business hours, so you don't have to worry about when we're going to be there, because they assume everyone in the world works 9 to 5. So we had to sit up and make sure that we could be awake for when they got here, so we could put Graham in a closet, because otherwise he would have ran and hid inside the AC unit like he did when we first moved in here. So yeah, that's why there was no stream yesterday, and it's why I'm a little sleepy today, because my sleep schedule was so off yesterday. So I didn't get a ton of sleep last night, but I'll be alright. But yeah, we can pop over blueprints. There it is. You heard part of a giggle plan successful? Hell yeah. As usual, when the redeems don't go off completely alright, I will do it myself too. Joke's on you, I'm into that shit. Neo's actually the one who recorded that voice line, did the Skeletor impression. You're free from your Faraday cage, Neo? That's fantastic. How are you? And how are you, Dragoon and Theo? Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for the care package. Theo, you were first. Congrats. So, previously on Blueprints, we learned a little bit about like the history of things.
Good girl. Who's a good girl? You are. Yes, you are.
Thank you for the head pats. We learned a little bit about what's going on, but I didn't really meet any puzzles that weren't immediately solvable. But I feel like today we might actually get some. So I've got an actual. I've taken the notebook that I use for grocery lists and I've flipped it over so that I can write on the back of pages any notes that we need. We found a few locks that need number codes. Redacted the redacted, of course. Hope we want to have a great stream. I'm sure it'll be pretty good. I enjoyed this game. Oh, I did between streams look up a couple of things. Not anything that spoils the game or the puzzles, but just a bit of how the roguelike mechanic works. Um, so an important thing is that once a room is drafted, it will never appear again. And rooms can't appear to be drafted in a shape that wouldn't fit. So, like you can have fake doors throughout the manor, but you can't have a straight hallway appear that would go to the edge of the house and result in it becoming a dead end, if that makes sense. And you can't have any four-way rooms in the corners. Got a little less than an hour and a half on the clock and cheering on the clock to try and hurry up. Well, I hope I will be a suitable distraction. All right. So now that we know a little bit more about how the mechanics work, we can use that to our advantage. Now, there are some rooms that spawn indefinitely. So if we want to get all the rooms we need, avoiding those kind of houses rooms can be helpful. Also, um, I got the hint that even if a room sounds absolutely worthless, we should draft every room at least once because there could be puzzle clues in there. So I kind of figured that one out on my own last time, but uh, let's see. So we could immediately get the utility closet, or we could get a spare room. Let's get the spare room. Um, then hallway. Give us more doors. Hi, Thomas. Welcome in. How are you? You're here and your band cannon's loaded? Excellent. Okay, and then we could do... I think of these, I want the parlor, because we really want gems. We want to be able to draft good things. So, we'll grab the key. And then we want to do a logic puzzle. The gems are in a box with a statement. That's true. No statement. The gems are in the black box. Okay, so is a lack of statement true or false? Huh. So, for anyone who wasn't here the last time, the way this puzzle works is that one box tells the truth, always. One box tells lies, always. And one box could either tell the truth or a lie. Alright, so if this is true, then it would be either of these two. And if this is false, then it would be this one. If this is true, then it would have to be that one. And if this was false, it could be either of these two. And this doesn't have a statement. It's black one. All right. I just don't know how to parse a complete blank in a three statements logic puzzle. DFH. Dia. Dia, you lied to me. Banned forever. No, it's all right. This is a weird one. I don't actually know. I think the blue one could also have been correct. This is weird because I'm not used to a blank in a puzzle like this. All right. Well, that's okay. I'm gonna keep going this way to make good on our steps. Okay, so the corridor, because of the drafting rules that I now understand, we kind of want to leave it towards the end when doors start being locked more often. I really don't want a dead end, but this basically dead ends me either way. So I'm going to do the utility box. We're going to go ahead and come in here. We're going to turn on the light in the garage, and we're going to turn off the entry card system. Need to make sure that I look around a little bit in each room, just in case there's like a something that has spawned. Opportunity to earn money and spread money, but I need gems. So we'll do the pantry. We get apple, that's okay. I think it's funny that the rooms also kind of don't tell you everything. Like the pantry has always had a fruit, which is a few extra steps. The commissary, the corridor, or the nook. None of these are great. I'm going to have to take the corridor, otherwise I'm going to really be reliant on this being an up. Fortunately, we don't get to make use of the fact the corridor is never locked. Okay, we'll take the chapel. Not super happy with it, but we'll use it. There's a coin. Guest bedroom, storeroom, den. We'll do the den. I will try to open it or I will try to go to it from another place. We'll try and open this door. Ooh, the dark room's good. Okay. Which means that we can do anything in this spot. It doesn't matter. That just turns off again. Well, that's the only one I can do. That's the bedroom. Okay, and nothing spawned in here this time, so... Steps. I'm gonna have to lose another coin to the chapel. Alright, and get the gem. Trunk. Just started Cyberpunk 2077 and love having Jackie as your partner. You know Keanu is in the game and you're looking forward to the three of you hanging out. Hell yeah. Wish you weren't spoiled for what happens. Yeah. Locked. Okay, we need a key. Observatory. Nook. Take the Nook, I guess. That'll give us a key so we can come back here if we need to. Oh, magnifying glass. I knew that there would be one. Inspect documents of the estate more closely. Right. There's a picture in the dark room that would be good. A journal noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, a scrap of paper, perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool. You will not regret having beside you on your journey. Why is beside written different? Ah, okay. So, order of operations and... Okay, yeah, I already figured out the puzzle. Sinclair has many secrets that he will take to his... I'm going to assume that's grave. Antechamber appears to be sealed by all four sides. Must be a way to open. Excuse me. Okay, so now we could open this door. We could open this door. At some point, we could loop back to the utility closet. In order to use the magnifying glass on the dark room. I think right now I want to keep pushing. Excellent, the drawing room. Or the dining room could be good. I'm going to take the drawing room. It gives us some extra options. We might be able to preserve our key here, too. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. That could be good. I do know that the way green rooms work is they have to spawn on the outside now, which makes sense. Yeah, we'll take that. Maybe we can get some good green rooms on the opposite side. Banana. Yum, 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 yum. Boat. Statue of Sinclair. Statue of someone. Nothing else out here. Ooh, banana. Alright. Hey, we got the passageway. Excellent. Alright. I don't have any gems. Well, redraw. The maid's chamber. Less likely to find items laying around in your house. Ugh. Well, we'll take it. Staff notice. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending services may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. In following the instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all staff at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November the 6th. Mrs. Babbage. Hair in my mouth. Got a sewing machine and a little statue that says Mila. And the Cinca Corporation made this sewing machine. This feels important. Alright, we'll write it down in our notes. Angel made statue Mila. I would say it could be code for a number, because M, I, and L are all Roman numerals, but I don't believe A is a Roman numeral. Vacuum cleaner and a mop and a hat. And a maid uniform that I sadly cannot put on. Hello, Graham. Where are you going? I'm just gonna stand in front of the screen. Mwah. You can get in your bed? Or are you going to leave? He's going to leave. Alright. Locked. The boudoir, the guest bedroom, and the closet. Well, the boudoir is the only thing that's got an extra door. Like, if we get really lucky, we could loop back around and get some, like the passageway here and be able to fill in some of this, but oh boy. Right. There is a safe here in the boudoir, but we do not know the code. We do have a magnifying glass now. Maybe we can find something in this picture. There's the safe. I don't see anything that looks like it could be a number code or anything like that. Wait. Christmas could be the code? Probably not, but 1225. Oh my god, the code was Christmas. Okay, alright. Boudoir code is 1225. Alright, well, we got some free shit. What we get? We got a gem. We got a letter. 4. Put that down. Notes. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece.
It is time to have the skunk teach us about slurs.
What? What? Thank you for the 37 months, Dr. Blood Vomit. How are you doing? I don't think I'm gonna educate you about slurs. Slurs are bad? Is that a good education? You demand politely for Graham Cam. He has left. He's gone. He's over here. Anti-capitalist rant lunch hours. Okay, so So obviously, I'm going to start with the you're so educated. All right. Obviously, there is some good to lunch hours. It is good um that we get breaks when we work. And it's a little dumb that we had to enforce that, but it is good that we do that. The problem is that because of several details of how the world is set up in America and things like that, um, you can't combine your lunch hours with another break, and you're limited in where you can go and what you can do for your lunch break, because an hour might be enough for you to leave the office and go home or go to a local restaurant, but it probably isn't. So a lot of people have gotten used to um, eating at their desks, or skipping their lunch breaks altogether so that they can go home earlier, because an entire hour of just sitting in your office, um, where either at your desk or whatever shitty cafeteria they might have. Oh, and also, when I worked for Rico, we had a fairly nice cafeteria. It had um, like 10 or 12 large tables to sit at, had a microwave and two refrigerators, coffee. But you know what else they had? They basically had someone install a gas station style set of coolers and then set up like 10 cameras. So you can get something from those coolers. They're priced at like not just gas station prices, but even a little bit higher. Um, and they've got fuck tons of security cameras because how what if someone stole a $10 cheap ass tuna salad sandwich, that kind of thing. And it's expensive as it is, having those vending machine style snacks right there are going to be tempting when your options are to microwave something or bring something that doesn't need to be cooked at all. So I think that's most of what I've got to say. They're inconvenient in their shape because of American office culture. They're much better if you work from home because you can actually stop and cook a meal. Um, but office culture means that you're going to be tempted with whatever restaurants or whatever built-in vending machines they have nearby, and there's all sorts of inconvenient things they can do. A lot of places too, they'll just like not service their break rooms very well, so the microwave, there might be one microwave for like 20 workers who get off at the same time, stuff like that. I'm a dork. No, returns to dust. Hi, Emmy and Graham, and you guess, Miv? Yeah, that's fair. Do you upgrade a card, a damage card, a drain card, or a pay life for a rare card? Get the rare card. Alright, back to this letter. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece, that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, you do not. But for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. We got the gemstone, and that's it. Well, one gemstone isn't great, but it's free on all future runs. Alright, well, we've got one door, and we're out of keys. Alright, so what we can do is we can take advantage of the fact that we got the magnifying glass this run. We can go re-illuminate the dark room. Maybe I should use the key to open that. Yeah, the bedroom's not connected, so we need to just keep going forward. We're going to use a lot of steps here, too. Alright. Turn the light. Whoops. There we go. Lights back on in the dark room. Use a lot more steps here. We don't need to pick up the excuse me, the handle, because we already have the handle in the coat check. I don't know if this game has this, but it would be cool if there's a what do you call it? A free mode where you can just like place them, because I would like to make the prettiest house I can. Okay, this is what we wanted to see. What we got? Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. But this is a red memo, which we've heard is always true. Always false. Alright, we're gonna write this down. Red, false, blue, true. Which would imply that green are true. Because this is appearing as red. Hi, Jag. Welcome in. Have a good lurk. Okay, and then real quick, we'll look around. See. I don't think there's any other details in any of these pictures, but make sure before we move on to the next day. Oh, here we go. What's carved on the tree? 1128. Okay. All right. Fence is probably 11. Oh. Hobbyist lockpick kit will occasionally be able to unlock some normal doors. Interesting. Well, in that case, I was going to go and use our remaining steps to go unlock the way to the shed, but I think we'll go ahead and use our lockpicks to try and pick this door. Worth a shot. So I've never really looked around in the chapel. 1, 4. We've got a lot of numbers here, but I don't know what order we would read them in. It's good to know. The chapel has numbers. We just don't know how to use those numbers. Alright. Using up my steps. Lockpick. Yeah, okay. The commissary, the kitchen, and the storeroom, all of which end up being dead ends for us. Would any of these have anything interesting? The commissary might. The commissary's had notes before. Yeah. Commissary will be closed from 12 to the 16th, but it won't actually, because that's red. I think these without notices don't actually mean anything. Alright, can I... Swan Song is the terminal password. Alright, getting the magnifying glass this time has really helped. Alright. I think that's everything. We'll call it a day. East-facing cottage. Yeah, that was pretty east-facing. Alright. So, this time, we'll open all the doors just in case we get something very interesting. But then we're gonna go book it to the shed. See what's in there. Let's do... Let's just go ahead and use the dead end. Utility closet. Oh, that's not great. Nook. At least gets us an extra door. Oh, he's screaming. Ooh, showroom. Luxury items for sale. Unfortunately, that won't work. We will have to just place the hallway. Alright. Let's go make good use of what we got from the magnifying glass. Oh my goodness, the baby is screaming. He is screaming because he is small.
Is it because you want treats? Is that why you're screaming? Will you calm down by giving treats?
Emmy is going to give him treats. You're also screaming he isn't special? You're right.
Yeah, get by it. It's right. Kill it. You were murdered.
Do a murder. Excuse me. He's scared of the garbage bag? Aww.
Like, what's that?
Silly baby. One, 2, 8. Alright. So there can't just be an item in here because I'm not allowed to bring in anything that's not inside the manor. The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each day with an extra 20 steps. Okay. So, permanent upgrade. Nice. We'll go ahead and explore this orchard just in case there's anything else in here. But hey, yeah, permanent upgrades are nice. They aren't necessary, I know, because there's an achievement for beating this on day 1. Alright, we've got a sundial. Know what to make of that. Alright, what's in here? The Gardener's Logbook. April 10th, 1992 to unknown. Picture of a trowel. When I first came to the estate in the capacity of new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find the predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, and no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of this improvidence, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, inasmuch as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Robert Nogula, groundskeeper. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been the priority since Lady Epson's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these I discovered are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall into this category. The soil survey. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house. And while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from this survey only ever appear in the wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from the gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in the greenhouse. Barren ground, poor soil, good soil, rich soil. So the third on the left and the 4th, 7th, and 9th on the right have great soil for fruits and flowers. That's good to know. I could screenshot this, but I don't think this is super necessary. I think the main thing to remember is the 3rd left and the 4th right are good places for green. Why is he screaming? Why aren't you screaming? Good point. Smudge pots. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all lamps and equipment used outside of the house are still connected and powered by gasoline. Not gasoline, just gasoline. Including but not limited to the orchard's smudge pots. The smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitude of the estate. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. Gas line valve. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel, Rhina. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the green area of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anne took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. She wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I have forgotten how to access the inner garth, and am too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I have only seen Rhina's depiction in the chapel. Okay. So Nope, not anything. So, I'm going to guess that there's a way to turn off this. Maybe not this one specifically, but there should be a valve somewhere I can turn that will enable... Ah, here we go. I see. Is this going to be a four braziers sort of deal? If I can light all 4 braziers, I'll gain access to something special. I'm going to assume that that stays on from day to day, since it's outside of the manor. He is being a loud baby again.
I bring you treats. I refill your food. What more do you want from?
He wants pets. He wants attention and pets and little kisses upon his head. The beacons are lit. The skunk calls for aid. Oh, wait. What's he doing?
He was getting ready to shove up onto the desk, like in the direction of the keyboard, and I just gently put a hand on his chin, like,
don't do that.
and he's just started standing up.
He likes to stand up like a people.
He can't see people. He can't see people.
So that cost us 8 steps, but we got a permanent step bonus for the future, and we figured some things out. I think we're going to go ahead and go into the nook here, get this key. No magnifying glass this time. That's okay. The den is probably the best pick here. Get our gem. No chest this time. Okay. Store. The conference room, that's new. Whenever items would be spread through the house, they are placed in this room instead. Okay. So that's good. I could take more spreading things. Oh. We kept the red letter. Okay, that's good. We'll go in there in a second and see if there's anything interesting. First, closet, parlor, storeroom. Alright, we can do a dead end because the hallway can also end in a dead end. So let's do the storeroom. It gets us one of each thing. Not that a coin matters, but a key and a gemstone are nice. Should I backtrack for the hallway now? Congrats on fixing Firebot. It's not all the way fixed, but it is mostly fixed. How am I liking Blueprints? I'm very much enjoying it. It's very interesting so far. You have the same issue in this one as you had in Outer Wilds. Yeah. Right, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that many steps again. Backtrack. I feel like it's better to do it now than later when I'm going to be deep in the house. So let's go ahead and burn some steps to see what we can stick in this corner. Let's do the closet. Use a dead end. We got a gemstone and a sleep mask. First time you enter a bedroom with a sleep mask, gain 5 steps. Okay. Skyrim sucks as a person's first RPG. It depends on what you're trying to get out of an RPG. I would definitely say that Skyrim is less an RPG and more an action adventure with RPG flavor. But we've got such a blurring of genres. Spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items through your house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the current rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered there instead. Alright, so shit can show up here. Right. So to the left, we should put a green room here if we can. The chapel, the guest bedroom, and the laundry room. Launder currency. I'm going to assume that means I can, like, store coins for later. Well, for now, I'm going to do the guest bedroom. And get a bunch of steps. Oh, we got a free gemstone. Nice. Alright, this note again. Just talking about how much they like the billiard room puzzle. Okay, so unfortunately we are once again into an every room situation. Please give us something with lots of paths. Office spreads coins. Unfortunately, dead ends us. Corridor goes straight, pantry goes up. We'll take the pantry. Ooh, banana. Yum, 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 yum. Coins. The passageway, excellent. We have the gems for it. Thank goodness. Smack dab in the middle of the house. That's what we like to see. Alright. So, we really want things with extra rooms over here so that we can make use of the east wing. This door is locked. Okay, go ahead and unlock it. Commissary would be okay. Parlor, bedroom. Bedroom points up. Parlor can get us some more gems. I don't have very much money. Let's do the parlor for gems. Grab the key. Alright, logic puzzle time. The gems are in this box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the white box. Okay. So, if this is telling the truth, this is a lie, this is a lie. Ah. But if, well, this could be a lie or it could be a truth. What about Earthbound? That was your first RPG. Actually, it might have been Chrono Trigger. I'm trying to think, what was my first RPG? I guess Pokemon. The first one that I owned was Crystal, but the first one that I played was Red. Pokemon counts? Pokemon counts. Pokemon's definitely an RPG. Legend of Dragoon. Legend of Dragoon was very early for me. I had the strategy guide. My dad picked it up because he liked Legend of Dragoon as well. If this is lying, then this could be true. I'm gonna reread the note. It's been a while since we read the note. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box that displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize. The other two are always empty. Your first Final Fantasy was 10. My first Final Fantasy was Tactics Advance. Okay, I think it's this one. Nope, I was wrong. Okay, well. The kitchen, the gymnasium, and the chapelle. Interesting. Kind of want to save the chapel and the gym for when they'll be more useful. So I guess we'll spend a gem on the kitchen right now. The sheep. The shape of what, Moselle? Also, welcome in. You like the percussion system of FF2? The shape I? No, the shape L? Ah. FF2 on the GBA? Yeah, I had the package 1 and 2 for the Game Boy Advance as well. Alright. Chin. So, we know the cat is important. But I don't know how to... if there's anything we can do with the cat here. Don't see anything on these shelves, so... the main course today is glazed salmon. Additional steps if we have the aquarium. Lemon glazed salmon, charbroiled, Cajun spiced salmon, lemon butter sauce served over spinach leaf. Moselle, you're making dinner tonight? You're making glazed salmon for us straight from the aquarium? Oh, they changed up the tomato soup for the chef salad. Well, I don't have very many coins, and I don't really need steps at the moment, so we'll just keep going. Give me... Paris, lavatory, commissary. Do I want to waste my gym? Yeah, I want to have as many rooms as I can get. What can we get? Salt shaker, compass, shovel, sledgehammer. Okay. Gonna be a good supper? Hell yeah. Okay, ideally something that opens in both directions would be good here. The mail room. A package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Oh, so you have to draft it twice to get use out of it. We could do the chapel. That would let us get both rooms at the cost of pretty much all of our money. I think it's worth our coins to... So we now know what some of these angels are called. This one. Angel number 1 was Rioma, or something to that effect. And then the statue on the grounds is one of the angels as well. Alright. Library. Discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. Unfortunately, not very helpful. We could do the office if I had gems. We don't have gems. Let's do the boudoir. We can take advantage of the fact that we now know the code. Oh, I got 5 steps. I guess this counts as a bedroom. Oh, it just stays open. That's nice. Well, I will take my free gem then. This up. Well, I don't really want to put the corridor here. So we could do security. We'd be missing out on being able to use the security for its large number of rooms. Or we could do the observatory and get a star bonus. What about the boudoir? I think that this is permanent, by the way. I don't think that there's multiple observatories. I think that we get a permanent bonus from this. Yeah, because see, we have 3 stars now. That's something we need to think about. The slice. It'd be cool if we could get all the benefits, but yeah. Or that they would be permanent. I'd like these trunks. Yeah, we'll eventually hit a point where we have Draxus activated. Pizza slice. Pizza. Right, unfortunately, that cost us 3 gold, but not like we could really afford anything good anyways. Hopefully we don't need the commissary too much. It's a little ways back here now. Okay, let's do this door. Courtyard. Oh, that's right. The courtyard can be in the middle of the house. Don't super want it. Furnace, you're more likely to get red room, spare room. Let's just do the spare room. Do I want to go ahead and go through, or do I want to open? I think I want to open this door, just so that we know what we're working with. The pool! Unfortunately, I don't have a gem. Get the archives, which is very open, but we'll be drafting blind from now on. We do the billiard room. Let's take the billiard room for now. Okay, do I want to go up the side? I want to go ahead and get the benefit from this. Let's do our little math puzzle. 11. 18 minus 10 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Oh boy. 18 minus 8, 10. Times 4, 40. Divided by 20. Key card. Right. Now would be a good time to get security. Door's locked. The courtyard, the library, and the dark room. Library boxes us in, and we don't have the gem, so let's take the dark room. And we'll come back to it. Thing in here. The garage would get us a bunch of keys, but we don't have a gem. We'll do the bedroom. Give us a couple more steps and it'll let us keep going, which is the important thing. Ooh, I really need a gemstone. Alright, we'll take the corridor. Good news is it can't be locked. Ooh, okay. I don't really want the coat check. We want to save this for like when we think we can get to the antechamber. So we'll take the library. And I'm sure there will be some good lore here, and we'll get an interesting room here. Alright, what do we have in the library? Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. Additional reading. The house directory is a great source of information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R to pull up the directory. Yeah. Type, drafting and blueprint. Rarity, unusual, drafted 1 time. So, working on getting the blue rooms. More blue rooms. More blue rooms. So, the blue rooms are the, like, canonical rooms of the house. And then we have types of bedrooms, types of hallways, types of green rooms, types of shops, and types of red rooms to consider. Lava Girl 422, thank you for the follow. You were told there's a very tiny skunk in here. I'm not tiny, I'm not small. I'm big and strong and a punk. You're in a call with them. Ah, cool. Well, any friend of Jags is a friend of mine, so welcome in and thank you again for the follow, Lava Girl. Does that make you Shark Boy, Jag? What do we got? Mount Holly Library book request form in library use only. Books and periodicals requested with this form will be pulled and available next time you draft the library. Ah, I can get one. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, Swimbird by Marion Marigold. The Fixed Stars, History of Orida, EPCW Pump System User Manual, and Drafting Strategy Architectural Digest. Alright, I think the thing to do here is take Marion Marigold's book because all this mystery seems to be around her. Simon P. Jones. Alright, is that locked in now? Shark Boy's dead, you got hungry? Oh no. Coupon book. Neat. Save a coin on every purchase. At least it's not one of those sexy coupon books. I don't need any sexy favors from Mr. Sinclair. You just on the couch giving him some cuddles?
God, stop.
He's so stinky.
He's being very needy today.
He's a stinky, needy
So
boy.
I'm just gonna cover you with
Okay. Mount Holly Records. Ah, that's just my numbers. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I've solved the billiard room every time. I've solved half the parlors. Got a window out here. Unfortunately, that doesn't give us any useful info. What's in this one? Mount Holly Scrapbook. My first claim ticket. First item ever checked, the broken lever. My favorite floor plan is the den. Then the parlor, then the utility closet. Contraptions I've made, none. Commissary receipt, a key, 10 gold, paid in full. Largest purchase. Some spot for like stamps. Maybe one day. The nursery. Most avoided plan is the nursery. That's interesting. I like that it has that info. Which means I don't need to come upstairs if I come in here again. Unless I want to like know more of my stats. Alright, so I should get an interesting room off of this. It's locked and I have no keys. Okay, to the dark room, and let's really hope that it's not locked. Or we're gonna have to restart the day. Or not restart the day, but proceed to the next day. Yeah, like this. I've got a key card, but I don't have anything to use it on yet. All right, we're going blind. The archives, okay. Downside, we now have to deal with the archive debuff. Upside, we now have access to 3 doors. None of them are security doors, so let's just hope they're not locked. We read all this stuff last time. That's locked. Please don't all be locked. That's interesting. So, we can't see what the room is, but we know that it's the claim room because it's got the claim ticket. Weight room, lose half your steps. Oof. The laundry room to launder currency. Well, we'll do the weight room, but we won't step in until... Oh no, it immediately penalizes us. And that's locked. Alright. This is why you never exercise, ever. You'll lose your steps. Is there anything cool in here? No. Don't even get anything. Alright, well, I got 2 more doors. Locked. Oh, man. I need keys. I don't have any gems. Dining room. Is this deep enough? Do I get the glazed salmon? No, I need to go 1 deeper to get my salmon. Can you be unlocked? No! The aquarium. Oh, the aquarium counts as every room color. Or I can get a dead-end bunk room. Or an unknown. I'll take the unknown. The wine cellar. I got 3 gems. Gems are nice. I really needed keys. Alright, well, let's look at the map. Locked. Locked on both sides. I could go back to the commissary, but I don't have any money. I didn't spread any items throughout the house. I think that's it. Ah, so close. One more room and we would have got a big step bonus, and we would have touched the antechamber for the first time. Alright, well, calling it a day. Good news, we now have so many apples that we get to start with extra steps. Prosaic Villa. Yes. A place to go while you're on your Prozac. Alright, and continue. Oh, he seems so content now. He's just a needy baby. Oh, baby. Like day 7, we've been here for 1 in-game week. As always, we are going to start with the right door. We could immediately get the wine cellar. Yeah, I think that's worth it. I think that's worth sticking a dead end here to immediately get 3 gems. Okay. MCCX3. That's 12, 13. All right. Okay. Well. Okay. Okay. I did turn tiny. There we go. I don't know why sometimes the camera, if it can't see my face clearly, it's like, oh, well, let's banish her to 5,000 feet away. There's nothing else in here, right? There's not a chest that I could open with that code. No items. Okay. Well, at least we've got all of these gems to make some nice decisions with. The courtyard. Sure, we can do the courtyard all right off the bat. And then we'll open this one as well. The den, the corridor, and the hallway. The den seems like a great pick here. Get another gem. Strong early econ for this one. Needs some keys, but we can put something... The pantry, the commissary, or the guest bedroom. Let's do the pantry. Get some coins. Eat the apple. 2 steps. Sure, West Wing Hall. Alright, and then the one above that is the verdant square. So if we can do a green. We cannot do a green. Okay, we've never done the nursery before. Let's draft to the nursery. Goose. Terrifyingly giant goose. We got a gem. The Red Prince book. The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. Lobster. He could not stand the sight of a canary or crow. He could not stand the white or the swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. Do you know which book the prince always had, the one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story that he read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, the book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, a red book we just read. That's cute. And then, yeah, I could see how someone could accuse that of being political propaganda. Alright, so the only thing we got out of that was what the Red Prince book actually said. Right. Let's see. We'll do the commissary. Fortunately, I don't have any coin. We've got gems, the magnifying glass, a shovel, and a set of gems. A discount. Get some good money. We can come back here later. Security, the chapel and the parlor. I think we want security here. Because we now have the password. Enter. Alright, so first... Actually, I don't want to mess with the keycard system yet. Well, actually, here we do. We don't want to turn it off, but we do want to set the security level to low. Until we can get a keycard or the utility box. Propaganda, ain't that when a Brit takes a good look at something? And then log into network. We know the password is capital Swan Song. Password accepted. Connecting to the network. Good old dial-up noises. Staff services, remote terminal access, electronic mail, data transfers, glossary of terms. Oh, so much to look at. Punch in and punch out. Service has been temporarily disabled as of November 4th. All work has been suspended at Mount Holly, and all domestic staff has been placed on an extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. See Mrs. Babbage, okay? Staff announcements. Saturday, November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except for you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Your friends in faithful service. Aw, that's nice. Request schedule change. Service has been temporarily disabled. Okay. And special orders. If you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. Special orders take 1 to 3 days. What would you like to order? Care package, thank you, Tia. Um, I guess the metal detector. Okay. So we will potentially have a metal detector in the future. Email. Permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to the email account. Currently, this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. Okay. Data transfers. Data transfers from Synca are not currently available. Okay. Glossary of terms. Addition, adjoining, archived floor plan, bedroom. Okay, so this is just a mechanical thing. So we didn't get anything too useful there, but it's good to know. Yeah. Keycards access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to get locked. And that's a lie. And we got all of that. All right, we press deeper into the house. The laboratory. Oh, the laboratory is good because we can make an experimental house feature. This machine needs energy from the boiler room, which we do not have. Experiment setup. Yes. For each bedroom you draft after the second, immediately or whenever you draft a shop room, add a small chest to the entrance hall, gain a star, spread dirt on the driveway. Why would we want to spread dirt on the driveway? I don't want to draft a bunch of bedrooms. I don't know how many shops I'm going to draft. So let's just do immediately add a small chest to the entrance. Do it. Right. And nothing else to read there. Okay. Now, oh, this is an arrow. I forgot that before. Okay. So using these levers allows us to pump elements into the house, I assume, somewhere. Okay. Give me a good... Ah, it's locked! Alright, we're gonna have to backtrack. I desperately need keys. Need the garage. This way. Alright. Courtyard. Mayhaps. Yeah, we get a free thing. Metal detector. Greater chance of finding keys and money. And there is definitely a place to dig if I had a shovel. Alright. Locksmith. Keys for sale. Unfortunately, I don't have a gem anymore. We used them all. We'll do the hallway here. Hope that we can get something. Ideally something that opens left and right here. The chapel. We'll open the chapel, but not go into it yet if we can avoid it. Parlor. Alright, well, let's do the parlor and hope that we can do the logic puzzle this time. Oop, metal detector's going off. Ah. Extra key. Okay. This box is the black box. That's a lie. This box is the blue box. That's a lie. So this has to be true. The box that claims to be black has the gems. Alright. Easy. Okay, let's see if we can get something that jukes back north. Actually, if this is a dead end, it wouldn't be too bad because we now have a key. Keys for sale. For the storeroom. We haven't done the locksmith yet, but I think we'll do the dead end here. And before we backtrack to the laboratory, unfortunately, we're going to burn some of this gold, but we're going to go into the chapel. We can put a dead end to the right, and then we can put whatever we want to the left, but hopefully something that advances us. Walk-in closet, 4 items. That sounds like a deal. Alright. 3 coins. I hope that wasn't 3 of our items. 2 gems. I have no idea how 3 coins and 2 gems makes 4 items. But it's fine. We got our gem back. We got enough coins to make up for the fact that we went into the chapel. I'm missing another item. I hovered over it. Okay. Well, real quick, Jag. Is it worth me wasting a coin to go back in there? Very hard to say. It's a pretty bad item. Was it the sleep mask? Alright, we'll go back and get it. What did I miss? Oh, the salt shaker. I mean, the salt shaker usually costs 5 gold at the commissary, so... the pool. Okay, the pool could be a good one to put here. Yeah. Let's do the pool. Let's do the spare room. Yeah, there's the statue they were talking about. Guest bedroom, regular bedroom, closet. I don't think I want a dead end yet, so we'll take the regular bedroom. Door's locked. We can use a key. The rumpus room, 8 coins. The dining room or the corridor. Guess the dining room. Get back here later. Secret passage leads to a room of a color of your choice. Could be good in theory. Nook in the drawing room. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to make much use of the drawing room. The Nook would just connect us to wherever the laboratory is going to go. Let's use the secret passage. There might be also some like important lore here or something. The halls of Holly, the green thumb, the key to the bedroom, the gold sink, and the red rover. Okay, so it won't connect to a blue room. That's good to know. So I could connect to the hallway or to the... If I do green, that's automatically the courtyard, which means I could go back to the entrance hall and open our chest. Let's do that. Did that not work? I'm not sure why that didn't work. Okay. Office spreads coins. We also know that there's an important... we can read the email in the office. But it kind of... Well, we're kind of boned regardless. The locksmith is a dead end that gives us keys, and the closet is a dead end that gives us items. Well, I guess we'll open the office and hope that we get some good information here. Coins. Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Court, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Or Count, not Court. And they're all in red except for March of the Count. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I am not sure if the last title is intended to be Hearings or Herrings. But knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Upgrade disc. Insert onto the state terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. Ooh, interesting. Insert the disc. Enter. Scanning disc. Hallway. Hallway data has been found on this upgrade disc. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. Okay. Hallway plus a key, hallway plus a trunk, hallway plus add an extra hallway to the tomorrow's draft pool. Plus a key, please. Upgraded. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. Okay, so that's where the broken one goes. I don't think there's enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. All right, so the bottom we'll write this down. The bottom lever. Come on, pen. Come on, pen. You can write. Why aren't you writing? By the way, last stream, you at some point missed something roughly in the same way. Don't know when or what to say about those things. The biggest risk is that you assume there is nothing there. Yeah. I know now to keep a better eye out. Ah, there we go. All right. Bottom is broke is the greenhouse. So if I can manage to draft properly, you would have chosen the hallway with the strap on. If I can draft and connect to the bottom of the antechamber and draft the greenhouse and draft the coat check, I can open the way into the antechamber. Saw my mouse at the right level, move a bit, dip under it, back up, and on the right level again. Welcome to the Mount Holly home office.
Run payroll. After running this process, checks will be placed in each staff member's room. This includes each servant's quarter and maid chamber currently on the state. Well, I don't have any. Spread gold. The office can facilitate a modest distribution of coins withdrawn from the staff's incentives program. Coins are spread through the estate. Well, go ahead. And log into this network. Swan song. Email. All right. Got 4. From Anne Babbage next week. November 1st, 1993. Sir, you have not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans until the last minute. As soon as you decide on definite plans for the holidays, please pass a message on to me, either through Hartley, who is valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. Anne Babbage. October 8th. Gabe, yes, this is the correct functionality. Also, when you are here next week, please test that the current sequence is off blue, green, red, white, purple. Thank you for your due diligence. Okay. Off blue, green, white, red, purple. That's for the fuse box. Okay. MC changes to the estate. Dear Herbert, we just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured your plans will be executed down to the last detail. McGuire, McGinley, and McDougal. The back indicator lights installed per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noticed that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. All right. There's not the desired functionality. Let us know and we'll fix it. Okay, so in order to get white, you have to do all 6 purple. All right, so now we know something about how the VAC system works. Note-taking on the computer like Specs does. That way, at some point, you can show your notes to us if need be. I can transcribe them later if people are interested in seeing my notes. I just don't have a super easy way to do that. All right, we have another chest or another safe here. Do I have a code that would work? You could try the wine room's number, which is 1213. I doubt it, but we could try the... Yeah, no. Okay. And we can look around real quick and see if there's anything in here that has indicators for a code. It's in black instead of, I think this is red. March of the Count, getting from 3 something. Okay. Well, we can open this door, but unless it's some kind of really magical room, we're dead-ended again. Unfortunately, the secret passage did not work the way I thought it did. Rumpus room, archives, utility closet. Well, we can pop open the utility closet and do this real quick. Oh, it's just green and red. It's not purple. That not the right breaker box? Must be a different box that they were talking about. Well, I don't know what to do with the back indicators then. Interesting that you can turn off the lights in the gymnasium. And you can leave off the garage. I've never actually gone to the garage while it was closed. Actually. I think that's another dead run. We could go back to the entrance hall and open the chest, but we wouldn't get anything out of it. Yeah, okay. Next day. Call it. Mid-sized villa. Save and continue. Day 8. I'm like, Skunk who's tiny size? No, I'm not tiny. Nor. Oh. For a second, I thought it was counting.
Good girl. Who's a good girl? You are. Yes, you are.
Thank you for the head pats. We'll take the Nook. We're not going to go into it yet. Gross. We'll take the wine cellar. Go ahead and grab the gems. Excellent. The hallway with a plus key. Do I need to pick up the key? Yes. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. And that's on red, which means it's a lie. Doors in the West Wing are less likely to be locked. Okay, we'll do the parlor. What do we got? The blue box is empty. The blue box is true. This is the blue box. Okay, well that was pretty easy. I guess we are in rank 1. Okay, opening this one. Nursery, storeroom, bedroom. We can do the storeroom. Get it out of the pool. Got the shovel, which I completely didn't see. Right, let's go up. Alright, so downside, we're at a dead end. Upside, I could get the security now if I wanted. I don't think we need security though, now that we've got the information from it. I think we'll actually use the utility closet. If we're going to dead end anyways, might as well dead end on this. Think in my head all this shovelware. Alright, well, now we're reliant on the Nook. If we crash this run this early, that would suck. Alright. Multiple doors. The chapel. The pantry. Well, I have to take the chapel. Alright, something good here, please? Observatory, commissary, spare room. Okay, I think we only get one door regardless. I think the move here is the spare room. It pushes us out a little bit. Security closet pantry. I think we take the security. Open this door. This one, if it's a green room, we can get the rich bonus. Then we have so many resources. Ah, hell yeah, the silver key. Okay, that'll help us out. Or could help us out. I hate to use the corridor here, but I want to get as many rooms as I can. While drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. That could be pretty useful. We'll miss out on... Well, we're going to miss out on the last room anyway, so let's take the study. This is a useful room. Got another safe. Raft, draft, smile, mile, viral. Oat cat, cold, old, sturdy, study, acre, face, ace, lace, beard, bard. Okay. Someone was trying to solve a puzzle. I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, a pair for each room. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm likely delusional to think this can be pulled off by Thursday. Okay. Cart and car. Okay, so every room has a pair of things, and we're looking for the 1-letter difference? But why? Why are we looking for the 1-letter difference? To what end? Queen on D8. 44 less letters in the message. Oh my god. Face and ace. Used pairings, glove love, sting sing, crowd crow. Okay, well, here we go. This is going to be its own. Okay, I guess I will open up because this isn't going to fit in my paper notes. We're going to have to record every room and what its letter is. And then we can use what number room that is. Okay, add a page. Blueprints. Room directory. I'm going to list them in order. So I don't know what room 1 is yet. Then we've got entrance, spare, room 4, parlor, billiard, room 7, room 8, closet, walk-in, room 11, storeroom, nook, garage, which is why we need the light on in the garage, 15, 16, den, wine cellar, 19, 20, pantry, rumpus, 23, office, drawing, study, library, 28, pool, 30, utility, boiler, pump, security, 35, lab, This is probably the actual like last password once we get into the or the antechamber. 37 coat check. 39 40 dining observatory conference 44 antechamber room 46. All right. So this is the what? Whoops. This is the study, and the study is the letter T. Car and cart. Study. T. And we also know that the entrance room was face and ace, so that's the letter F. And we will start keeping track of every blue room. And unfortunately, I don't know what the code is to that safe. "44 letters in the message." Okay, so the antechamber and room 46 do not have letters themselves, which it would be hard to write a secret message where the last 2 letters were somehow important enough. Right. And what was the benefit of this room? We can re-roll. Okay. So whenever we go into a blue room, we're going to need to check the paintings. I knew the paintings meant something. I just wasn't sure what it is. And sand. So the den is S. Then we can go back and check these rooms, but I think for now we push on, and we can come back and do checks later. We'll use the regular key on this door. Courtyard, closet. I think we want to keep this paint going. We have the shovel this time. Nothing of interest. Ah. I don't want to use my last key on a trunk. Right, we have a security door. I don't have a key card yet. I don't want to use a special key there yet. If I can. I dug up some dirt. You're right. Did I pick up the gem? I did. Okay. Security. Security is a blue room. Where are my pictures? Ah, here we go. Fire and fur, I think, is what that one is supposed to be. So that's the letter E. For security. Doesn't mean I really need to draft more blue rooms if I can. Okay. Hopefully this direction won't be locked. The laboratory, the dark room, and the bedroom. The bedroom could be good here. Yeah, I think because we don't have a key card, so we should do the bedroom. Just a couple of steps, but take it. All right. Workshop. Combine inventory to create new items. That's new. Commissary. Drawing room. I think we take the drawing room because it gives us so many rooms. Now, the drawing room has fuck tons of pictures. Which two are the pictures that matter here. Oh. I think it's these two, but I don't know what this is supposed to be. We've got a cat or a tiger. Oh, tear. Tiger and tear. So that would be the letter G for drawing room. Drawing room, where are you? G. What is a tier? The word tier can kind of mean the same as level. So you have a multi-tier cake, a multi-level cake. That's what this is. Is you would put cakes on each of these tiers. Are we building a house or a maze? Yes. You'll sometimes hear about tier lists. That's where you like list things by their how good or bad you think they are. Okay, this one. We'll get the down first to try and open more rooms. Just not a physical object. Well, I assume that in this case that this is a physical object that is representing the idea of tiers. I don't know what you would actually call this. But it would be a thing for holding different tiers of treats. You would put like little cakes on this, or tea sandwiches, or something like that. Yeah. Wedding cake would be a good thing to put on that. But yeah, I think it's representing the idea of tiers, especially since this is a tiger, and that gives us our letter overlap. Okay. I don't want to use my special key here. I want to use a regular key. Closet, rumpus room, laboratory. Let's do the rumpus room. It's Alzara. Let me get my coins so I can pay the lovely Alzara. And let's find our paintings first. Here we go. Theater. Stage. Flower. Plant. I'm going to let you guys chime in on this one. If any of you have ideas what these might represent, feel free to chip in. I feel like this might be a specific kind of plant. I might need to have like found the plant identification guide from somewhere else. Yeah, since if you already know it, Drag, then we'll skip on you. But if anyone else in chat has an idea. Oh, maybe this is sage? I don't know what sage looks like. Ah, Blood got it at the same time as me. Okay. All right. Yeah, I feel confident in that. Stage and sage. Okay, cool. Good thinking, Blood. All right, so that means that the rumpus room is the letter T. Rumpus T. I do like that you could theoretically have figured this out ahead of time, and that you probably don't need to find all the rooms. Well, give me another vision, mighty Alzare.
you find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
Sent my brain cell at max speed. Ah, thanks.
Image is becoming clear.
You skipped the first 2 lines? Oh no.
I see the darkened cloud of ruin, familiar to us both. Now decrepit, run down,
I'm looking at the
and
visions.
in disrepair. I see 8 red envelopes
Ah, yes. We found one of those.
resting upon 8 pedestals. And in these 8 envelopes, I see 8 letters penned by 8 different hands. 8 letters of which you will only ever find and read 7.
Ah, interesting.
Just like the art hanging on the walls of these rooms.
Oh, here's another hint to look at
There
them.
is a letter missing.
Uh-huh. Thank you. I already figured that one out.
What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day.
Thanks, Halzara. I had
will
just
have
finished
nothing
that out.
more to say.
I mean, I guess it's still good information to know that one of the 7 letters will be missing. Okay, and now we've got a little bit of money, but we don't have any keys anymore. See if we can get some stuff going. The rotunda can rotund. Well, it's fine the way it is. 3 gems. Ooh. Entry dead ends us. I guess we'll take the dining room. We'll need the rotunda at some point, but I think we'll hold off for now. A street or road and a rod. Letter A for the dining room. Dining room. Dining. A. Whoops. Need to minimize this so that I can see chat again. There's a lot of hints towards this. You even glossed over it previously, I think. Oh, it's possible. Maybe another one of the letters said something. The gym, the nursery. Gym would give us one more door. The nursery would dead end us. Observatory would kick us up. Or I could redraw, but I don't think I want to redraw. I think we'll just do the gym. I do know that sometimes some good stuff can appear in the gym. Oh, the tier and tie are for gym, but the gym's red. I guess the other rooms might have something as well. Room directory, red rooms. Okay. Well, let's make a new entry in the thing. Okay. Red rooms, lavatory, chapel, maid, archive, gym, which is the letter R, dark room, weight room, and then question marks. And then I'm going to assume it's going to be the same for the other types of rooms, so let's go ahead and jot them down. Bedroom, boudoir, guest bedroom, nursery, and then 4 unknowns. I have not drafted many bedrooms. Hallways, we have hall, west, east, corridor, Passage. Secret. And then 2 more. It would be nice if there was like a note-taking option here, although maybe that would give away the game too fast. Terrace. Patio. Courtyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Surprising that I haven't gotten more green rooms with how I often try to go up the sides. Alright, and then shops. Commissary. Kitchen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, no, 6. There we go. Okay. So many notes to take. Unfortunately, we didn't get the running shoes that can spawn in here sometime, according to what I read. Okay, this is going to be a dead end no matter what. Let's make it a closet. Ooh, yay, a die. I love having a free reroll. And the sledgehammer. That's nice. That's some good items. Alright, those are pictures. We got a crow and row. C. Or closet. Alright. I like the idea that Simon just can't resist playing a little basketball if he comes through. Alright. We can check our other rooms when we get back to them. But right now I'm focused more on getting through the estate, because we can always draft the rooms again later. Alright. If this is locked, we'll use our silver key here. No, it's not locked, but I will use 2 gems to get the passageway here. Now, does the passageway pictures I do not see any. I do have a security door. Really need a key card. Let's go this way. Walk-in closet. It's bedroom and boudoir. Let's do the boudoir so that we have an extra door. We can get our free gem. And then this can be a dead end if we want. I've never done the bunk room before. Do I want that or the pantry? Do the bunk room. Oh, also, paintings. We have a cot and a coat. It's the letter A for the boudoir. Bunk room. Camp Colonel. Car and card. That's the letter D. Very clever of them to be able to reuse the art. We don't actually know where in the sequence this one is. Room directory. Bedrooms. It's this one. That's letter D. Okay. Letter D's not. Hamster. Hamster! Baby. Who's taking care of the hamster? No, someone must be. Drum. PP. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. Ah, Herbie's our older brother then. I also have more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. You okay, babe? That me? One sec, chat. Okay. She's alright, she's just got a headache. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop reading about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book even though he is older. He is a crybaby. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long time ago. Hopefully you find it hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. Average brother experience. Alright, well, let's bust these open. Keys, dice. Love the idea of Simon walking into his childhood bedroom and just shattering the locks on his old toy box. Stop reading your diary? No. Oh, we've got a Atari. Bunch of VHSs, but no VHS player. Couple of trunks was pretty solid. All right. Back to the passageway. Don't have a security card for that, but we can open this door maybe. The garage, the kitchen, and the coat check. We haven't gotten the box yet, so the garage is going to be unlit. Let's redraw. The garage, the furnace, and the pantry. Also not great. We'll take the pantry here. Banana. Where's our painting? We've got a tub and a tube. It's the letter E for the pantry. All right. So we've got a couple of rerolls left, so we should be able to spin this last room into whatever is the most helpful for us. Does the courtyard have pictures? I can bust this open. More dice. Nice. I don't see any pictures, so the green rooms might not have any because they're outside. Oh, that's right. This is also a security door. Ah. Do I have a way to get a key card? I don't think so. Yeah, I should have re-rolled on this a lot more. I thought that this was still open. That was my bad. Alright, let's go look at previous rooms and see if we can figure things out. A P or a pod and a peak. So that's a K for corridor. I'm going to leave this up for a second because we're just going to go through a lot of rooms really quick. Oh, we need to go back the other. I've got enough steps. We're fine. The utility class do I don't. Okay. Spare room. Huh. Where's the art in the spare room? Interesting. This is one of the rooms. Maybe I need a special item in here at some point. Alright. Tap will take my money. Tapple, you've got your own whole thing going on. I'm going to assume the red rooms maybe also don't have anything. The Nook has a pin and a pine. Silently, turn that pin into a pine. Silently. Nook is E. Alright. Entrance hall we've already solved, but we can go ahead and move on from there to these other rooms to check their paintings real quick. The wine cellar is Bride and Bridge. That's the letter G. The hallway is Prayer and Crowbar? Pray and Pry. So letter A. Okay, we do have the utility closet, but I believe turning off the keycard system just makes them default to locked. Oh, no, I do have the security room. Okay, I can, in fact, fix this. Well, I wish I hadn't wasted a few steps. If I go back, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a ton of steps left, but I could be fine. Stars and stairs. That's an I for the utility closet. Alright. Yeah, I could check a few more rooms, but I think those rooms will come up again. Let's try to make it a little deeper. If I can find a kitchen, I can buy some food. If I can find Keycard system. We want security level to be high and the offline mode to be unlocked. Okay. Make this so I can see all of your lovely faces again. We're going down to 9 steps, but if I can find something, then we'll be fine. Kitchen. Perfect. This would be a nice kitchen. Alright. Think versus beef stew pie, but for now, I can buy myself a club sandwich. Chef salad would not give me very much at the moment. And I don't think I want the banana. We've got a coast and a coat, so that's the letter S. Oops, wrong thing. Exit for a second. Yeah, the special key would probably be fine here. Let's use that. The rotunda, the archives, and the chamber of mirrors. You can now draft secondary copies of rooms you already have. You know what? None of those are great. Redraw. The rotunda, the great hall with 7 locked doors. The weight room. Let's do the great hall. I don't know how this works. But let's go ahead and real quick. What is the picture in here? I can actually see a picture in here. Okay. Let's open the ones that would theoretically move us deeper. Come back here with more keys to figure things out. Oh, no. Oh, okay. This opens the door that opens... Okay, I see. I understand. I think we're gonna re-roll. We could buy keys. Sure. Probably isn't the best idea, but... 1 key, 3 keys, a special key, the lockpick kit. Alright. It's kind of expensive, but we'll buy a key. Alright, what do we got? A fan and a flan. So that's the letter L. And this room is the 3rd shop. Okay. We're figuring things out with our big smart brains. Let's unlock this one as well. We can come back here if we get an abundance of keys. Right, yeah, the billiards room kicks up. And it would give us the key card, but we don't really need the key card now that we've disabled locks. Paint and plane? That's too different. Earth, fly. Is that how you pronounce flan? Yeah. Yeah, you learned. I believe some people will also say flan, but I believe flan is how it's pronounced. It's French, I think. All right, chat. This is another one where any insight from those who haven't played the game would be appreciated. paint, draw, earth, fly, plane, sky. You also learned recently that people do not pronounce dossier as dossier. Yeah. That's another one of those weird words. What is this one? Could be plan and plane, although I think that's a bit of a stretch to call this a plan. People pronounce it the second way I said it, where you feel like it should be the first. Oh, I definitely dossier. Plane and plane. That would be 2 letters, though. I believe that it's always a 1-letter difference. Well, we can ruminate upon that while we open the next door. Nursery, dark room, laboratory, redraw. The freezer. Freeze your accounts. Money and gem amounts will not reset at the end of the day and cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. Interesting. Is that something I want? To start with a key, a coin, and a gem. Or a key, a gem, and 4 coins tomorrow. Sure. I mean, we're going to need to look in here for its word anyways. 16 cells. Oh, yeah, there was the thing about how we could heat this room up. If we can heat this room up, we can get, it'll melt things and we'll be able to get things like the key. Not for staff use. Paint and pint. Today. Which makes me think the other one is definitely not paint, if we have literal paint in here. A for the oh, right, we need to see what room the freezer is. The freezer is room 40. That is a little disconcerting because that means we have 2 A's next to each other. There's a whole extra area, it seems like. But yeah, warming up the freezer gives a lot of stuff. And, oh yeah, my gems and my coins, but not my keys. Okay. I could open more doors in here and presumably get, like, additional items. For right now, I'm gonna track back to passageway, see if we can get a couple more doors. Light and not sure what. Nursery, commissary, laboratory, redraw. Walk-in, closet, workshop, maid's chambers. Alright, workshop it is. This will give us an idea for the future how we can use the workshop too. The true box does not always contain the prize. That, yes, we're aware of that. tag or 10 and coast. Sea, land, art, tree, tag 10, necklace, but probably not. Um, tag or 10 is definitely what that is. Oh, it has started to rain. What is this? It was coast in another room. Let's look at this real quick. Stones cut by hand and letters rot. You spell our secrets carved from thoughts. A message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. A. A large battery pack provides juice to battery-powered contraptions. So this is another hint about the letter. You're mad you didn't realize it? Mine inventory to create new items. Unfortunately, I don't think I've... Oh, there we go. Shovel plus sledgehammer plus battery pack. Battery-powered shovel. That doesn't work. Nope, doesn't work. Fortunately, we do not have a combination of items that make something. Library. Alright, this one's easy. Time and tie. We can get the letter M for library. Oops. M. Time and tie, wait for none. Alright, and here's the book that we ordered. Swimbird by Marion Marigold. Author title Marion Marigold, title Swimbird, date borrower Herbert Sinclair, Ms. Peterson, Mrs. Peterson, Simon, Mrs. Peterson. Mrs. Peterson, your signature is very interesting. Anne Babbage, Det Von Margle, Simon P. Jones. Ruffington Red Publishing. I'm a dare bird, a daring and brave bird. Diving so deep, bird, a ride on the wave, bird. This is not a dare I would not do. Or there is not a dare I would not do. There is not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea that I like the sky less than the ocean. Bird in the sky, not in the sea. That is what they said when looking at me. You are not seabird, you are not swimbird, you are friend bird, fly in the wind bird. And shouldn't you always listen to friends, for they know me best, or so they pretend. So I dare not dive, I dare not swim, and I dare not step in the ocean again. I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do it for me on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, or maybe my friends won't like the real me. And I will say goodbye to my dreams in the sea, and wondering why daring feels just like defeat. Wow, what a shitty book. It's planet and plane. Ah, thank you. Let's see. That would be a T. Or what room was that? What room was it? The billiards room. Billiards is T. Alright, using a key. That's our last one. Servants' quarters. 1 key for each bedroom in the house. Mail room. A package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Conference room. Everything will be here. So I could do the servants' quarters, get a bunch of keys, and find out what's going on with that, but then we would be dead. Do the mail room, figure out what's that, but we'd be dead. Or we can do the conference room. Let's do the conference room. Let's get as many rooms as we can. We have Spine and Pine. That's the conference room. Ooh, yay, it's another security door. Coat check, the maid's chamber, and the nursery. We can't spend our gem. We don't have to claim the broken lever. We could just open it to look. Or we could open the maid's chamber. Let's do the maid's chamber. And before we go in there, we'll open up this door as well. This can be a dead end, that's fine. The veranda, the dark room, and the lavatory. Okay, let's do the bathroom. Wheat. And rain. Stem and... No, not stem and storm. Wheat and wet, but that's actually 2 letters. Rain and grain. There we go. G for the bathroom. This one hurts. I figured it out. Box and stocks. No, that's not it. Test. Chart. Can't quite make out what that thing on the left is supposed to be. Like, it looks like a box, but it also looks like it's got a fire in it. Like, maybe it's a nativity case. Chart. Stock. Graph. Case box. Trunk. I can always look back at my VODs. Yeah, if I really need to, I can look at my previous VODs for things that I might have missed. But I can also just find the same rooms again. Like, this is my first playthrough. I'm not worried about speed running it or anything. Back. We'll keep this one in the back of my head too. Like, I don't have to find every letter. Hi, Gremlin. How goes the Printing the Blues? It's going pretty good. Oh my gosh, it's been 2 hours, 40 minutes already. Well, this will probably be our last run then, for the day. You're currently getting printed? Oh, for stuff like the Great Alzara. That's fair. Yeah. We're printing the princes. I'm out of keys. I need a key. Oh my gosh, blueprints. Okay. There's not anywhere where I could get a last second key. I don't think. I can't make it back to the parlor or the storeroom. Yeah, figure out what they've got going on. All right. What are these two? What are these things? Char and chart? There is a fire on the box, but I feel like char and chart is probably a reach. Hmm. Well, unfortunately, I'm stumped. I'm stumped on maid chamber and I'm stumped on workshop. And we can't get back to the storeroom or the parlor to check them out. So we're going to call it a day. And unfortunately, sorry to do this again right as you show up, Gremlin. But it is late. It is time to wrap up. Impressive banquet hall. Because I had so many food buildings. Very nice. Never seen banquet hall before? Yeah. Here, have a good rest of your day. Yeah, thanks, Gremlin. All right, we will be back on Monday for more blueprints. I'm going to keep going with this until we figure it out because I think we're getting pretty far along. All right. Save and quit. Oh, I don't want to call it. Oh. Can I just close the game? There. I'll just close the game. Hopefully it won't auto advance me a day. All right. Thank you again, everyone, for coming out today. Sorry this week's been a little scatterbrained, but that's my streams at this point. I'm really hoping we can get a little more solid, a little more consistent. But I am going to go make dinner, and then if Dr. Blood Vomit's around after dinner, I'd love to see a little bit of House of Horrors, House of Cards, whatever that game was that we posted about. Thanks, Specs. I appreciate it. Streaming uses up a lot of energy. That's true. All right. I still haven't programmed my raid messages in, so I need to write it myself. And copy and paste. Boop, boop, boop. And one more. All right. You guys wouldn't mind sticking around? Deck of Haunts. That's the one. You'll be around? All right, cool. Let's see who's around. I need to use the bathroom very badly, so we'll probably raid somebody that I can immediately ditch on. No offense to them. Mary's doing art. Yarny's doing onion ring with Keelier and someone else. Nary's doing spaceship game of some sort. Oh, Factorio. Okay. Dave's doing Void Crew. Let's do Dave. Dave will understand if I have to run off. Dave's Barbaric Cookie. Alright, I'll see you guys on Monday. It feels like we're making good progress. But yeah. Take care, everyone. Bye. Bye-bye.